One of the most interesting things about Nikola Tesla is that he was a true visionary. He saw things in the future that people just couldn't wrap their minds around at the time. One of these visions was harnessing the power of Niagara Falls. At first, people thought it was impossible, but then they saw how he did it. Tesla had a plan to build an enormous hydroelectric power plant near Niagara Falls that would transmit electricity to all parts of the world through high-voltage direct current. This plan was so far ahead of its time that it wasn't even considered possible at first, but Tesla proved them wrong. And how he actually almost achieved it. Before we start, we want to make sure you are subscribed to the channel, along with turning on notifications. Let's get started. He built his first hydroelectric power plant at Niagara Falls in 1895 using alternating current. The massive amount of electricity produced by this plant changed everything about how we use energy today. It also cemented his reputation as one of America's finest inventions around the world. In 1896, Tesla was hired by George Westinghouse to create an alternating current generator. The Niagara Falls Power Company had recently begun operations and required generators in order to sell electricity to customers. They wanted a generator that could be used at Niagara Falls because it had such a high amount of energy. They also wanted something that would last for many years without needing maintenance or repair. Tesla's design worked perfectly, and it still does today. The generators are still producing electricity in Niagara Falls, New York at 93 years old, and they're still running on Tesla's original design. Hydroelectricity was first used at Niagara Falls by American inventor Samuel Miller Edison in 1881 when he built his first hydroelectric plant there. The plant was designed by Nikola Tesla as part of his vision for an alternating current system which could distribute electricity over long distances without losing much energy as heat along its journey from point A to point B, or wireless transmission. If you've never seen Niagara Falls, you're in for a treat. Because the CE team is based in Ontario, had the opportunity to witness it up close, and it's quite amazing. It's perhaps even more incredible that Nikola Tesla came up with the notion of using the power of this spectacular cascade to generate electricity in the first place. The falls generate electricity through a technique known as hydroelectricity. The generation of electrical power using the gravitational force created by falling or flowing water is known as hydroelectricity. Niagara Falls is the source of the flowing or falling water in this situation. Tesla's idea was so far ahead of its time that only now we are able to see what he saw, an infinite supply of renewable energy right at our doorstep. The falls can create electricity through a process known as hydroelectricity. The generation of electrical power using the gravitational force created by falling or flowing water is referred to as hydroelectricity. The source of the flowing or falling water in this example is Niagara Falls. In order to harness this natural resource, Tesla built a giant turbine near Niagara Falls that used electromagnetic induction to turn water into electricity. This turbine was connected directly to two generators, which were used to provide electricity for much of New York City. Hydroelectricity is a process that can be used to generate electricity from the falls. The generation of electrical power using the gravitational force created by falling or flowing water is referred to as hydroelectricity. The source of the flowing or falling water in this example is Niagara Falls. The way it works is that there are turbines located at different points along Niagara Falls which collect kinetic energy from water that is flowing or falling past them at different speeds and levels depending on where they are located along Niagara River. This kinetic energy then gets converted into mechanical energy, which turns generators located at these same points, which generate electricity for local use and transmission elsewhere if desired. In the 1960s, the world witnessed industrial revolution just because of abundant electricity available. What would our world look like if we had free electricity? Let us know in the comment section. And make sure you are subscribed to the channel and have notifications turned on. We'll see you soon. Until then, peace.